If you're a Yautja and you're hunting on Earth, we are not impressed anymore. Get like my guy Deck, and if you don't know what we're talking about, I'm talking Predator's Badland, and this is your Predator's Badland is about Deck, an outcast to his clan. Compared to other Yautjas, he is undersized. He is the runt of the family. Shit, I think I could take it in my bare hands. But in all seriousness, he isn't like other predators. And because of that, he must prove that he belongs by hunting a powerful adversaries. Deck's first hunt may become his last, a final chance to prove he belongs. Now let's talk about the good. Dan Trachtenberg is the best thing to happen to this series since the inception of the Predator IP, or at the very least, Alien vs. Predator. You can tell he loves this universe, and this isn't a cash grab. Dan has now gone 3 for 3 with the Predator movies, all unique in their own way, expanding the universe and lore. He took his biggest risk with Badlands. He flipped the series on top of his head, making the Predator the protagonist and eventually the prey. Doing this with a historic franchise can blow up in the studio's face. However, he was able to knock it out the park. The only franchise that was able to pull off this feat in a bigger way is the Terminator series. In the first Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger plays the T-800, an evil robot from the future. But in Terminator 2, Judgment Day, director James Cameron decides to turn the iconic T-800 from villain to hero. Funny enough, Dan Trachtenberg was inspired by those movies. He even reached out to James Cameron. Now, James Cameron didn't see the vision at first until he saw the final cuts of the film. Then he came back to Dan and said, "Hey, I didn't think you could pull it off, but you did it." So you're probably wondering, how did he pull this off? Well, we were given a character that we can get behind and sympathize with. Like I said in the beginning, Deck isn't your typical Yautja. Physically, he's not on the same level as the other predators we've seen over the years. He's an underdog. No one believes in him. Some even want him dead, except for his older brother. But when his older brother sacrifices his life so Deck can have a chance to pull off the impossible, that right there hooks us in. It gives us a reason to cheer for this guy. Most people love a good underdog story. Next, they find a way to humanize him. Just because he's the runt of the family doesn't mean he doesn't have the predator mindset. To balance that out, we have Weyland-Yutani synthetic Thea, played by Ellie Fanning. She's the complete opposite of Deck, where he's more black and white in his thinking. Thea's colorful and able to build connections with Deck, thus humanizing this alien hunter. She even helps Deck realize just because he's part of this Yautja clan, that doesn't mean that's the clan he has to choose. And we see this happen throughout the movie as he forms bond with Thea and Bud. Lastly, shout out to Ellie Fanning. She really smoked this role. Not only was she like the emotional bridge, but she was also the comedic relief. And she knew how to throw hands and feet. Now, we gotta also talk about the bad. And I'll be totally honest with you. I don't have anything bad to say about this movie. I'm not saying it's perfect. So here, I'm gonna nitpick at some stuff. The pacing, I thought it dragged a bit in the middle of the movie. That can't happen when the movie's only an hour and 45 minutes long, and that's including ending credits. I also would have liked a longer fight between Deck and his father. The shortness of that fight could have been affected by the slower middle section. Alright, now let's get to my final quick thoughts on the movie here. I thought the CGI for this movie was top notch. I can't believe the budget for this was only $100 million. Marvel, please take notes. Before the official release, Dan was even able to do some final patches to the CGI, showing once again that he loves this universe, he has a vision, and he's not in it for a cash grab. The fight scenes were also on point. One of my favorite scenes was when Thea's lower half of her body fought a group of synthetics. It was a very creative fight, and her legs showed no mercy. Lastly, this is for my anime fans. I don't know if it was just me, but this felt like an anime at times. I'm talking Naruto, I'm talking Asta, I'm talking Deku. All three of those guys were outcast in their societies and went from zero to hero. In conclusion, Predator's Badlands is a great addition to the universe. Solid world building, great CGI, creative fight scenes, and a well-crafted story. It takes an iconic alien monster and turns him into a hero we can cheer for. This series is in great hands, and I can't wait to see what's next for these characters, or any other Yautjas that grace the screen. It's your casual cinema bro, and I'm out.